I hear this all the time. And as an IBCLC, I want to say I believe you, and I'm sorry that this was your experience. I don't think it's the experience that my patients have. Of course, I see them in private practice out of the hospital. I did work in a hospital setting for about a year, just because I heard this so frequently from people who had had a horrible experience in the hospital. I kind of wanted to see what it was like to be in the hospital system. And I will say it's a much different experience than private practice when you're trying to see 12 patients in an 8-hour shift and you can't really coordinate all the patients based on when their baby's feeding schedules is. It's a tough place to be an IBCLC, and that does not excuse treating people as if they don't know what they're doing, not starting first with whether or not they want or need your help. I always approached my patients in the hospital with like curiosity and openness and trying to figure out what it was that they needed from me, if anything. Sometimes I would walk in and I would just say, "Oh my gosh, awesome, you're doing great. Like, congratulations. You know, you were on my list, but I can see things are going well. Do you have any questions? Are you in any pain?" You know, just kind of even work to do some small problem solving, because as you know from feeding 11 different babies, every baby is different, every experience is different. But I know that that's not how every lactation consultant approaches care, and it's a tragedy. It's kind of what I'm talking about in the original video, where breastfeeding trauma happens based on the way that people are treated. And it sounds like you didn't walk away from that experience with trauma per se, but this sense of like LCs are not helpful. And I totally get that. That's how I would be feeling had I had your same experience. So I want to say I'm sorry that that was your experience. I believe you, and it sucks. And for people who are thinking about working with an LC, a lactation consultant, and IBCLC, you can seek private practice IBCLCs. You don't have to work with the people who are just there automatically at the hospital. I bill most major insurance companies, so I can see you in your home. My appointments are super long, like 60 to 90 minutes. And I'm able to help you feed in your environment with the things that you already have on hand and try to help you problem solve any difficulties you might be having. So it can be a different experience, but I do hear this frequently.